Hello, and welcome to the stream. Welcome to the season 2 of JKG Gaming Wars League. We are here in F123. We are here in Autodromo Nazionale di Monza, if my Italian is correct in this. And we are having a pretty damp track. There is rain falling on the circuit right now. And we are in for a wet quali as of now. 18 minutes of wet. Let's see if it will be like this throughout, as a Vision already losing on them brakes because of this damp surface, not having that grip right now, not judging the first chicane braking zone, which is always difficult for anyone coming on this track. And I think everyone will be coming out on intermediates. Yes, they are. Oh, the tire details. Yep. So yeah, Vision going all around the circuit. Lot of judging the braking zones, I suppose. But yeah, we are here in Monza, Italy. 5.793 kilometer of this racetrack, mixture of straights and chicanes, all the way to the parabolica, which leads to the one of the longest straight on the circuit, where we'll be seeing height of speed reaching up to 350 k's, I suppose. But in dry condition, I've seen that. But in wet, let's see if we are reaching the same. Will be on board Vision in his Alpine, as he will put out his first fast hot lap. Braking as early as possible to get that perfect turn in. These are crucial set of corners. The first chicane, and then the exit, which goes to another chicane, which leads you to the another chicane, going on the curves using all of the track. See Alfa Romeo of, I think, Gideon, Arabia Gupta. So Vision is the first one. We'll be putting out time. I think Prometheus is also no. It's a Vision, and we'll stick with him for now. So the circuit is in the city of Monza, which is north of Milan in Italy. Initially, it was built in 1922. It was the world's third purpose-built motor racing circuit after Brooklands and Indianapolis. So, yep, legendary circuit, which used to have a different layout, as Vision has gone out of the track, and yep, he's done with the multiple cars going off the track right now, as I can see. And yep, this is something which will be noticing happening a lot because of the damp conditions today. So Aradhya Gupta is, yep, I was waiting. So who will be the first to put any time on the sheet? And this is our fastest driver, who went on 137, but that was, I think, just a prep lap. And now timings are coming on board with I am darted with 127.807, but we'll stick on with Aradhya Gupta, as Archit now pushes his car to P1 with a time of 126.966. Will stay on board. Aradhya locking up a rear, but yeah, he definitely locked up both rears. Somehow managing his car to take on the track. That is impressive, mighty impressive. Using all of the track, maximizing his exit. This is one of, I think, many of drivers love this section of Ascari chicane, which will lead us to the parabolica, leading us to the main start finish line straight. Going soft on that throttle. He doesn't want his car to spin away, as he'll cross the line, and that will be P2 for right now. That is the first time we are seeing him going on a hot lap and not coming up pole position, original pole, that is 127.132, but that was just first attempt. Track will be catching up the temperature, and I sort of was. Okay. He might have been giving way to other drivers. As we are now on board Archit, who has another hot lap, I suppose. Multiple hot laps will be given by the people, as in track will be increasingly getting heated up, and there can form a fine line if the rain is not too much. I am not able to judge that much. The severity of rain is still there, but not so high. Archit and the Williams right now P1. As Quick Killer is now on the pole with a timing of 126.841. 10th faster than our current pole sitter, who's, I think, not going with the full force on this lap somehow. Seems like. Yep, he's lifting off the throttle. I think he might just go into the pits. No. But okay. That was some pep lap and back to the heat, I suppose. So the ERS usage will also be low, and it might become difficult for me to judge who's on the hot lap and who's sort of prep lap, or who's giving a hot lap one after another. So people might just go on a couple of hot laps altogether. Put them together, not all. So yep. As now Vision might just be finishing his one of the hot laps with the timing of 127.823, and he will go on with the, oh my god, the engine is screaming to give it like 9th gear. He goes deep into the first corner and goes over the curb and will miss that beautiful exit that he won this chicane. Prometheus in the Red Bull right now, P4. Red Bull guys are P4 and P5. Now he will dive into the pits. Archit is still not on the hot lap. Down the order, easy level bot is still in the pits. Wicked Vicky, Charles John, Deadly Mosquito, Sid Venkatesh, ABD, Wizard of Oz, still 2 posts anytime on the sheet. ABD will start his lap, I suppose, now. Yep. We'll stay on board with him. We're currently P12. No time on the board, as he will brake early and enter deep into the chicane. But yeah, smooth exit. Slow but smooth, yeah. Our circuit in Monza is also called Temple of Speed, as Quick Killer increasing his speed lap after lap and posting a time of 126.270 as everybody goes off the curb. And curbs are not so punishing on this track, but while it's raining, you should be aware of going on them, losing any bit of traction over them. For a moment I suppose he went off the track there, but the lap is not invalidated. So yep. As he's nursing his car slowly, And this will end him P12. Yep. So not any improvement happening there, as now VRL Chugs has entered the top 5 with 107.274. As oh my god, what is happening there? What is happening there? ABD and Aradhya Gupta, as they both seemingly had an incident there, which has caused ABD to have a 5-place grid penalty. I'm not sure what happened there. We were following him for a while, but okay. So somehow Trouble and ABD are going all together all the way, track after track. That was bad for him. I feel bad for him losing already 5 positions off the start. He's currently P12 already. And Deadly Mosquito is being disqualified for being parked at a dangerous location. Okay. Was his car at halt for a longer period of time which caused it? Because I see, it seems to me that can be the only reason. If you keep your car still at a point, it will cause you disqualification. That's what happened here. As Archit will go out on a hot lap, I suppose. No, yeah. Yep, he's not improving right now. But yep, still 5 minutes to go. Still a bit of room to improve. I think the rain is happening in the equal amount as it was happening at the beginning. So there is not much of a clean racing line visible as he goes over the grass. And losing a bit of time there on the first sector. And he has invalidated his. Oh my god. I blinked my eyes for a second and he has invalidated his lap. Okay, Chug's struggling on the first chicane there. I'm that hit in the Aston Martin, currently P7, giving way to the faster cars. One of them, Archit, who will go down into the pits and might come out on a fresher set of tires. Faster, I don't know how faster they will be, as VRL Chugs retires from the session. And we don't know what caused this retirement. Okay. As we'll stay on board with the Quick Killer, who's our current pole sitter, going on another hot lap. A slow exit and a fast, slow entry and a fast exit. My bad. So we have 2 cars out of the session, one cause of disqualification and one did not finish. Out of what reason, we don't know. We are on board with Quick Killer, our current pole sitter. 3 minutes to go. Everyone must be prepping for their final laps, as Quick Killer is going even faster. It's difficult to ride out in these damn conditions, but you get multiple occasions, you get more chances to give out a hot lap and try. As worse as the conditions are, you get as many more chances to attempt if you are quick about it. And yep, Quick Killer is quick about it, and has improved his time to 126.221. Aradhya Gupta, I think he is prepping for his last hot lap. No, he is improving and he is on his hot lap. So okay, that was something. He invalidated, but his ERS was increasing and his time was decreasing. Okay. Yes, his ERS was increasing on the straight somehow. Okay. As now Aradhya Gupta is on his last hot lap, last attempt to grab that pole away from Quick Killer. Anybody else finishing up their lap? Vision in the Alpine is improving, and we'll get back to him as we go on board back with Aradhya Gupta. Easy level bot also, okay, he might not have chosen to come out even to give any lap. So Vision is in the pits. He's in the pits. He will not be going out. That will be the end of quali for him. As now Aradhya Gupta is improving, goes a bit off the track, but might have kept at the left front inside the line as he'll go around the parabolica. He's on his fastest run so far, I suppose. Now he'll cross the line and he will surely grab that pole away from Quick Killer with a mighty lap of 125.640. As I think Quick Killer is also coming back, but is not improving. Archit was not able to give. Oh my god, he improved, but he invalidated that lap, so that will be no good for him. As now all eyes will be on Quick Killer as most of the drivers are done. Wicked Vicky will go on to P3 and will take that sort of top 3 position away from Archit. As Quick Killer, no, he doesn't improve. He was not improving and he doesn't improve. So yep, back to normalcy, I suppose, when Aradhya Gupta is racing. Aradhya Gupta, pole sitter, P2 Quick Killer, P3 Wicked Vicky, P4 goes to Archit, P5 BRL Chugs, P6 ABD will be going down the order to P11, P7 goes to Vision, P8 Prometheus, P9 Sid Venkatesh, P10 Rishi, I'm that hit, P11 Wizard of Oz, Guni, Gideon, Charles John, rounding up to P15, and then comes P16 and P17 to Easy Level Bot and Deadly Mosquito. They both were not able to complete the quali, and that is our grid for today. As Aradhya Gupta, yep, trying to have maximum fun after the poll. Yep, I suppose. Yep, here we are with the grid. Aradhya Gupta also. Oh my god, I totally. That was my blunder on like what happened there. That both ABD and Aradhya Gupta got five position penalty. So Aradhya Gupta will not be starting on the pole. It will be Quick Killer on the pole. And yep, that is sad. On board he is, but on grid he won't be. So this is our grid right now, but yep, ABD and Aradhya Gupta will be starting 5 positions back from where they ended. Now we are here in the sunny day out here in Monza. I'm happy that it's sunny. We won't be. See, we can't sort of have a promise on how many incidents will happen in a dry or wet session because as the past will tell you in the league, there has been sort of a uniform number of incidents happening all the way. So, yeah, I'm not going to promise you anything over that number, that how many incidents will happen today, but yeah, turn one, we'll have to look out for that. How many people will be braking late, missing their braking point, going into each other, bashing on the back of each other's car, and 5 lights out. And here we go for the sprint. Yep. Surprise, surprise. It's our sprint weekend. So, yeah. I think this penalty will be applied in the race. As now Aradhya Gupta will lead away. But yep, Quick Killer will be spun away and will be moving back to the P10. Yep. P11, yep, he's out of that order. As we go on board, VRL Chugs chasing Vision in the Alpine, both coming together. Somehow going on the corner, but Chugs moves ahead. My god, 5-second time penalty already for Wizard of Oz. As up front, Aradhya Gupta has taken a good substantial lead. And at the back, we can see Rishi chasing up Archit as close as he can. And VRL Chugs coming up close on Prometheus as Prometheus is trying to close in on him. As they come down to the Scary chicane, Prometheus closing in. Not leaving any space for any move to be done by Chugs, but Chugs got a better exit out of that corner. Will be trying to go up and behind of Prometheus on the Parabolica as he'll try to move on the inside, but no, Prometheus will keep that position for now, as ABD also have a time penalty, I suppose. Aradhya Gupta going on the fastest lap, leading the race. As Guni and Amdahet trading positions, and Rishi and Archit trading positions, and Prometheus still maintaining that position, getting a bit of a nudge from the back. Oh, there's so much, so many things are happening here. I must say that it's somehow becoming so difficult to catch on to what's happening. As Chugs is now in front of Prometheus. Prometheus struggling, going over the curves. Oh, this is a short circuit, and on a short circuit, so many cars running. There will be so many incidents happening. A different point. Oh my god. As Guni is, I think someone went off the track there, but easy level bot started from the back and coming up ahead as Quick Killer is losing multiple positions again. Now easy level bot going up. Charles John. They're on board Charles John as multiple cars are coming around on the Parabolica. Now there's Aston Martin on the inside of Ferrari. That is I am that hit. Ferrari is easy level board, but as they'll go on the first chicane. And Aston Martin will brake late as they go together. And okay. Safe exit, I must say. Yeah. Charles John maintaining that position up front. Currently running P9, so yep, in the side of position change, Charles John and easy level bot both gaining 6 positions. Quick Killer losing on 15 positions. Oh my god. A 5-second penalty for ABD and Wizard of Oz already. We are on board with this group as Wicked Vicky is also closing up on Aradhya Gupta. Is under 5/10 and will be having DRS. Yep, opened up on this straight. And will try to close in on Aradhya Gupta. Aradhya Gupta staying on the inside. Will stay up front. As in the back, VRL Chugs makes a move on Archit and moves up to P4. Wizard of Oz speeding in the pit lane. 5 seconds more added to your time. So, yep. Much is happening at the back as I am that hit will take that position away from easy level bot and moves up to P9 behind his teammate. Charles John has missed on multiple positions and will give a nudge. The back of I am that hit to move quickly, I suppose. As Archit is closing in on VRL Chugs, losing on the ARS, and Archit with the help of DRS will move up front and will move on to P4. But there will be a sort of exchange of DRS happening soon, as they'll go around the Parabolica and will come up to the main straight, where Chugs and Vision, the back, will be having the DRS. And yep, we might just see Vision making move on Chugs or Archit as they go on with the DRS on, and yep, he makes that move on the inside and will take that position away from both of them. Okay. Okay, that was some good luck coming out of some commentator's voice. Because I thought he can do it, but I didn't think that he will do it. But he did do it, and yep, he moves on to P4 with that great maneuver. So yep, Chugs P6, Archit P5, P4 Vision, P3 Rishi, P2 to Wicked Vicky, and P1 still Aradhya Gupta will be going on to the last lap after the chicane and a Parabolica. At the back, yellow flags are waving for what is happening. We don't know, as yep, Guni making a move on his teammate, and through comes Sid Venkatesh. Okay, that was some brilliant racing happening on the track all around, I must say. As up front, I am that hit will be eager to make that move on the easy level bot as they go around the Parabolica. And Archit is closing in on Vision again, but Vision holds on to that line and will also hold on to that position, as ABD will take that position away from Prometheus, and easy level bot will maintain this position, I suppose. Yup, he will. As now Prometheus fighting with ABD. ABD with a 5-second time penalty, running P7 right now. With a bad exit and covering the track, being in the middle and defending with his might, as he's not able to go any much faster right now. He's not going that much faster. Now Prometheus will be having the DRS on, and with that flap open will try to go up in front on this Ascari chicane, but no, as Archit retires from the session. Oh my god, there's a car lying down there on the Ascari chicane. My god, Archit was running P4, P5, but he's out, as Aradhya Gupta will cross the line and will finish P1. Wicked Vicky P2, Rishi coming P3, P4 will go to Vision, P5 Chugs, and ABD will take that P6, but that will be taken away from him, and Prometheus will end up P6, and the final point position will go to I'm That Hit and Aston Martin. Both of the Aston Martin gaining points out of this sprint, with all of the cars missing on this. And yep, biggest loser will be Archit, and was a quick killer also, as the easy level bot. Okay, his car has been totally there. So yep, our winner Aradhya Gupta, straight from the pole, back to the front, not back, staying there up front. As Charles John, why he's entering the pits right now, that is out of my bound, of my thinking realm. But yeah, he did that. So yep, maximum points goes to Aradhya Gupta, then comes Wicket Vicky, then P3 Rishi, Vishen, P4, P5 VRL Chucks, Prometheus, and the Red Bull P6, P7, P8 to the Aston Martin guys, and yep, rest of the grid not getting any point out of the sprint session. As we await for the main event, the race to begin, I await the arrival of my companion in the com box, that is Hangman. And here he is, yep, back in the com box.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream, and I'm sorry I'm a little bit late to the party, but here we are at Monza, and hopefully I've just gone through the sprint, and as far as I know that the AlphaTauris, which have usually good luck at this track, have just suffered badly with Quickler going down, losing a plethora of positions. So how are we looking right now, Jensen?
Well, right now Aradhya Gupta is leading away from the pole, but he has got a 5 place penalty for the race. So, yep, that will be I think something to watch out for. That will he be able to get back to that P1 from P6, or yep, we'll see some other car winning today. Some surprise coming out of Monza, like of Pierre Gasly. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Hopefully, I think Quickler can turn this around because he has almost reached, the top of the points table, and that would be very unfortunate if there is, some kind of a discrepancy going into the race. But anyhow, here we are. I think we're gonna be starting the main race soon.
Yep. We are waiting for players to fix their. Yeah, they have fixed their setups, and 5 lights out, and leading the race is Wicket Vicky in his McLaren. And we can already see the weather is overcast, but the cars are firing up to the main straight as Rishi will take that lead away from Wicket Vicky on the first turn, but there is a nudge from the back, and he's off the track and taking that exit. Wicket Vicky, oh, he spun away, my god, horror, I must say, horror for him, as he is
Man, that's terrible.
out of the race.
Oh damn, man! Wicket Vicky was actually one of the top runners last week, and that is very unfortunate. That doesn't happen usually, but I don't know what happened there. Currently, we are having a virtual safety car right now with Rishi, who's leading, which comes as a surprise here.
Yeah, I suppose there was some hit coming from the Red Bull of Prometheus, the back of Wicket Vicky, but and again when he was coming out of that safe exit area, Red Bull again somehow nudged him off the track, and he went on into the wall. Oh my god, that is just unfortunate.
Yeah, truly.
Okay. Okay, there are some moves happening already, and the light is green. We are back to racing. As Chugs making a move already on Haas, and there is okay. Sid Venkatesh in the Alpha Tauri goes wide, and okay, not able to make that position back. But yeah, Aradhya Gupta is P4 right now, and he's fighting along with the Red Bull of Prometheus. on the main straight, and the Red Bull somehow having advantage on the straight keeps that position for now. So
Right.
yep, Red Bull's P1 P3. Oh my god, there's a lot of weaving happening here from the Red Bull or from Matthias to defend off some of uh, the pace from Aradhya Gupta as Aradhya Gupta tries on the inside and goes up front. Oh my god.
That is a very bold move, to be honest. And I'm currently looking at the Aston Martins right now, which are down at P15 and P16. I hope they're gonna charge up to the front of the pack soon. Currently, they have Charles John, who is unusually down in P14 right now, and Aradhya Gupta has somehow is trying to climb back up to the pace. And hopefully, I don't think Rishi and Vision have much of a prayer considering what we saw in the sprint race and quali. So here we go. Currently, we are riding on with Rishi right now, who's having a gap of 1.7 seconds over Vision, and who Vision has a gap of 2 seconds over Aradhya Gupta, and he also gets the fastest lap. So I think if certain events turn out the right way, maybe we can have a brand new winner. While we can see that Prometheus has just entered into the pits. He's going to change up for his medium tires, and we have a time penalty which has been handed out to Juni 1202's Haas for speeding in the pit lane, and that is kind of disillusioning right now. Anyhow, Prometheus comes out of the pits right now, currently down in P15, and he has actually he's showing great pace over right now. Has already extended his gap over the Visions by around 4 tenths right now. The gap is down to 2.3 seconds.
Yep, he is increasing his gap, but keep in mind that our P1, P2 are running on soft compound, and P3 are top pacer throughout our season right now. Aradhya Gupta is on mediums.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I think that is a much better strategy for now, as he is already closing up on Vision, who's currently P2. So, yeah, we might be in for some undercut, overcut action happening there on the track.
exactly my point. And we can see that considering he has the medium tires right now, Radha Gupta, he can possibly go for a possible overcut if he nails the strategy. And right now we are seeing a Merc right now, currently P4, but there's a significant gap between them. Anyhow, we will travel over with Prometheus, who has just switched over to hard tires, which I think he would carry over to the end of the race. Any
Yep.
action happening elsewhere right now, Sachin?
I can see there are three cars fighting for P7, but Archit, Gideon, and Wizard of Oz, they are quite close. As Gideon is somehow struggling in the Alfa Romeo to keep his car there on the line, as Wizard of Oz will be closing up on him on this chicane, but chooses to stay back. Yep. As we can see up front, Aradhya Gupta has already made the move on Vision.
Right.
That too
So
before
as
the DRS zone. But in doing so, he has exploited and drained all of his ERS. So,
well, we
yep.
can see that he, like in the last race, he also dumped all his ERS in the opening stages of the race, but still went on to win the race. So obviously, I think this is just all goes into the longer game, and we still have 15 laps left, so a lot to be done right now, in my
Yep,
opinion.
yep. That is true. That is true. We have some high braking zones where we can somehow recharge your ERS. As now Vision will be having DRS on Aradhya. Will he be able to make any move as he's on softer tire? Oh my god, that was a late move off away from Aradhya Gupta, and yep, Alpine will happily take that
Yeah,
position.
yeah, obviously the soft tires are having much better grip and pace over the medium tires, but I think Vision made a very bold move considering that he might wear off his softs while Radhagupta might still carry on. So I think it's a matter of time before one of them gets the DRS advantage and try to make the move. But very well, at least somebody made a move on Radhagupta for once, and
Yep,
that
yep,
has
yep.
to be the Alpine of Vision. Anyhow, as the race goes on, we see two more cars have come into the pits, Haas and an Aston Martin. And they might switch on to the hard tires right now. Possible tire strategies, according to me, over a full length race might as well be to start from softs and then carry out on the mediums, or you go on start on the mediums or go to the hards. And I don't think we can have a two-stop strategy, but as we have seen in previous races, we had three safety cars, so drivers might be looking in for a chance right now. Anything can happen in the race. We still have 14 laps to go, and Rishi is making all his gains right now, while Aradha Gupta has regained his second position. And
Yep.
it's only a matter of time before one of them comes into the pits, and hopefully it would be the Red Bull right now, and possibly give back the position to Aradha, because he has shown insane pace as of now, while Vision somehow still again reclaims P2, and this is
Uh,
turning out to be quite a battle.
I think there was some sort of a glitch happened which made Aradhya Gupta move back.
Right.
Yeah, somehow I don't know what happened, but yeah, soon he'll be coming up front, I'm sure, because they are exchanging DRS zones and exchanging positions throughout. As Quick Killer is P4, he's moved up to P4 right now. And yep.
And we can see that at turn one we have had an incident with one of the Williams right now. I think they must have gone lost in the shuffle, and he still comes out but has a penalty which he might have to serve when he comes into the pits. We are 5 laps into the main race, ladies and gentlemen, and we can see that for once we are having a new contender, Rishi, who's in a Red Bull, who's leading the race so far.
Yep,
But
yep.
Aradhya Gupta is like a crouching tiger right now. He's waiting for his moment. Obviously, he knows that the soft runners would be coming into the pit sooner or later, and he might use all of his pace to capitalize on it, possibly do a potential overcut.
Yeah, while all of this is happening, Aradhya Gupta and Vision exchanging positions throughout every DRS zone, it's helping Rishi a lot. The gap, which was earlier 2.5, 2.8, has now gone up to 4.2.
Right, right, and
Yeah.
and as you can see that coming off the long straight, all these the Vision is trying to make gains towards the Alfa Romeo, and hopefully we can see that I don't think Vision might have much of a prayer right now, and he might come into the pits to change his tires.
Yep, I think he should. He should come. Vicky has left the session. Okay.
That's unfortunate because he was one of the front runners, and
Yep.
hopefully he might have a better race over the upcoming days. But today was not the day for McLaren, neither for Quick Killers Alpha Tauri. But
Yep.
hopefully, yeah, he still has made a lot of gains. Currently, he's sitting at P4, so he might be counting on a safety car, which can happen, in my opinion.
Yep,
And
that's true.
we can see some huge position changes. But right now, the gap between the front runner Radha is up to 4.2 seconds. I'm very surprised that we every week we have a new person who's trying to challenge the upcomers who are where which do we have in Aradha Gupta and Quick Killer. And Vision and Aradha Gupta have been jockeying for position, for second position right now, because I think they might know that maybe if Red Bull doesn't get his strategy right, one of them can have a shot at the win. But
Yep, yep.
anyhow, again we see that coming on the long straight, Vision retakes P2 and goes into turn one. We have had no incidents which have been very influential, apart from Wicket Vicky's retirement right now. But going on the curve, the Alfa Romeo comes back over the Alpine, and the Alpine takes the inside line. But coming on to the next turn, it's the Alfa Romeo, and we might have a switch position, and he takes the outer line, and Dylan has to concede because Radha Gupta retakes P2. That was some great wheel-to-wheel action, in my opinion.
Yeah, that exit out of the first chicane made that possible for Aradhya Gupta. Vision not having the best of the exit out of that. And yeah, Quick Killer is now closing up on Vision to take that final podium place away from him. As, yep, on this DRS, will he be making a move on Ascari? No, he will not. He should wait, as I suppose now one of Rishi should pit. I think
Yeah,
Rishi right now should go and pit onto medium compound.
Yeah, because having shown such incredible pace must have.
Yeah, safety
gone
car
off
is
the-
out.
and
Yep,
the
yep.
safety car-
He should
and,
go in.
and Rishi would go inside the pits, and he will retain first position if the Aradha Gupta's Alfa Romeo or any one of the other
Aradhya
contenders
Gupta is
don't
also
come
coming into the pits. So, yep, all of the cars are coming into the pits. There will be a huge
right.
Stack of
And
cars.
I think Vision gave too much of a space while entering the pits right now, because we can see that Quick Killer had to slow down a little bit while he was coming down. But anyhow, all the cars are pitting right now, going down to Gideon's Alfa Romeo. And
Yep.
meanwhile, even, oh my God, for once ABD pits under safety car, man,
Yep.
it must be a magical day.
Yeah, I think this was the apt time which he was hoping for a safety car to come out. And
Right.
yep, he did pit it. But now, oh my god. See, I'm happy about the pit that Rishi had to do, but I was not hoping that Aradhya Gupta will also pit. And now he will be coming right behind Rishi with a fresher compound of tire. I mean, that
Yeah,
is.
yes,
Yeah.
he has gone for a good switcheroo in my opinion, because as you can see that she was on softs and then he had to switch to another different, and
Was
there's a spin, and
Rishi.
there has
Okay,
been,
he will be losing that
I
position
think,
away for
yeah,
sure as he went off the track due to that spin.
that wasn't where I was expecting a position change, but it
Yep.
is what it is, and I think he will have to concede this position as he reclaims his position at P1. But
Yep.
holy shit, man, we did have a scare, because considering how
Yep.
EA usually functions in scenarios like these, thank God that justice was actually done, or it would have been very strange. But again, the
I
Alfa
don't know.
Romeo
There is
has
some of
picked up
shuffle happening, but right now, yep, it's not. The game is
uh,
not allowing them to get back to those positions. So as
that is unfortunate.
Aradhya
And
goes off the track and stays off the track to somehow give the position back. Yep.
Yeah, I think he might have lost a little bit of grip going down on the chicane. But anyhow, if the safety car remains for one more lap, he might, get those tires all heated up and hopefully try and have a look under the sheet. But it's very probable that if Rishi is very careful with preserving his tires, maybe Aradhya Gupta might wear off his socks. But that is looking pretty dim right now, those chances, because we still have 10 laps to go. And obviously, if you are, doing your job pretty well, maybe he can have a look at taking the win for, I think, the second week in a row,
Yep.
possibly,
Yep.
because
Yep. Yep.
Aradhya
Yep.
Gupta, yeah. Anyhow,
Yeah,
so in
right
my
now he'll be running behind the safety car, so his tires won't be that much affected with the sort of grip loss happening of.
yeah,
But
right.
yeah, towards the end, I don't know. I don't think so. Rishi will be able to keep up and stay behind Aradhya Gupta. We have seen massive pace coming out of
Exactly.
mediums, but
Hmm.
now on softs, Aradhya Gupta will be way off and away from everyone on the grid.
Right. It would take a lot for the Red Bull to defend against the, the bulldozer, which is the Alfa Romeo
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Gupta. And currently, according to the stats, everyone has to come in for the pits. And with the Charles John and the Aston Martin of I'm that hit has pitted twice during the first 10 laps of this race, which is really strange. But since the safety car has pretty much neutralized the race and has them all bunched up, they can have a go at scoring a top 10 finish. In my opinion, it is very possible. But Aradhya Gupta's face is blistering right now. Currently, he's having a fastest lap of 121.6, while Rishi has scored in a 121.9. And safety car is coming in this lap, and obviously Rishi, it would be the one who would dictate the pace when the safety car comes in. And it's very crucial that he starts to accelerate at a point which might catch Radha Gupta napping for for a second. But things are looking pretty dim for the Red Bull, because Radha Gupta has been absolutely blistering the weekend so far, so anything can happen. He got pole position, had to take a penalty
Yep.
drop. And considering that Quick Killer was, yeah, and we can see as we are going to approach green flag racing, and the Red Bull is taking his time. Meanwhile, Gideon has retired. That
Lot of action happened at the back. Lot of cars came together in sight of hoping that the race has already begun and we are in green flag zone. But no, and Aradhya Gupta going on the first turn will take that lead away. But oh my god, that car of Vision comes out of nowhere and bangs into his car. That will be a time penalty for sure on Vision, and the further penalty will be coming out as oh my god, Rishi loses on so many positions because of
oh
that
man,
move
things
coming out of
oof,
Vision.
yeah, things got just went bad from first, man. That is very unfortunate. As the Williams tries to take a look going into the chicane, and Man, this has been a very
Oh my
unfortunate
god.
start,
Unfortunate for the Red Bull, but fortunate for their sister team, that is
and
AlphaTauri.
and ladies and gentlemen, we come back to right where we left off in the last weekend with again Aradha Gupta being chased by his arch rival Quick Killer. And man, I think it was destiny that these two guys just cannot seem to be getting away from each other. And
Yeah, we can say that, but Destiny is not on the side of Rishi, I must say. And
man, but
yeah, Vision will be having a rough day after the reports coming in of what he did there. But yeah, that was, I don't know, he lost on brakes or someone banged from the back.
well,
Uh,
obviously, we all know that in the world of motorsports, going into the first round of Monza, we always can expect a huge amount of chaos, right? And unfortunately, today the Red Bull was the main victim of all that action. But
yep.
anyhow, our two front runners currently are having the equipped the soft tires, and as usual, we still can expect. We are at the cathedral of speed with all those DR zones. The guys can reach the max levels going above 350 kilometers per hour, and hopefully Quick Killer can utilize the DRS advantage and try to make a move for a change, get that win which he was you know eluded which had eluded him last week. And it's looking really interesting. Currently, finally, Mercedes is having some luck at P3 right now. He has acquired the medium tires, and I don't think he would be making any moves on the front two if they don't get a safety car. But oh man, the Vision and Rishi were looking so good going into the first half of the race. And sometimes luck it just isn't on your side, and at Monza you don't want to be that unlucky party. But anyhow, such is life, right?
Yep, that such is life. And now we'll be seeing some move happening on the straight, I suppose, as they both will be deploying their ERS, dumping all that. As the ABD has retired from the race, as Quick Killer is posted the fastest lap of the race. Okay,
Right.
what happened there? We don't know, as DRS has been enabled, and Quick Killer will take that position away from our
uh,
leader.
yeah,
But see, this is
obviously.
one of the exchange which is happening. We still have 6 laps to go, and I'm sure that there will be multiple exchanges happening over the course of the race which is left. And with them being in the reach of DRS from each other,
Yeah, right.
that will be the last lap will tell us what will happen.
Well, actually, I think Radha Gupta was being very smart, going into turn one, because obviously, considering how much carnage we are usually exposed to so far, I think he was like, I won't do any heroics going into that turn, and possibly, he might try to take that slipstream advantage along with the ERS and DRS boost. So I think it might work in the favor of the Alfa Romeo. So AlphaTauri must try to, try to get as much gap between him and his arch rival as in on this straight. And as we go down to the parabolica, I don't know which, like Radha Gupta is trying to close that gap, and obviously he'll be getting that DRS advantage. So we can expect another, like I think if these guys just keep on going at each other. And oh man, why do I always jinx Mercedes here with that is just unfortunate. And as I predicted, he hasn't made any move on the Alpha Tauri of Quick Killer so far. He's still biding his choice, as the Alpha Tauri has a bit of a oversteer going coming out of that corner. But that why does this always happen, man? The Mercedes was having such a good race running on to P3, but now has given that place up to the Williams, and he would have his work cut out for him this time.
As is
And
back, Rishi is making moves, and he's moved up to P4 now, as he made a
yeah,
move on easy level board in the Ferrari. So, yep, Rishi is still not out of that sort of podium place, I
yeah,
must say, as he's just under 1 second of Archit and Williams. So yeah,
yeah.
Radha Gupta is being smart, I must say that, as he's burning off the tires of his competitor, Quick Killer, and enjoying that DRS in slipstream, staying
Yeah, at
behind.
least
Yeah,
if Rishi places cards correctly, if he takes the Williams into in the coming laps, I think it might give him a consolation for it was a potential weekend where he could have gone up with the win. He had a good pace. You utilized his strategy very well. But the safety car restart really screwed up his chances. But I think on medium tires, he's making good gains considering he just overtook the Ferrari of easy level bot, and again we switch positions between the front two as Radhagupta reclaims the lead.
And
I mean,
and behind Rishi has taken that position away from Archit on the straight, and yep,
eh,
moved on
yeah,
to P3.
that's great. That's great. I think if he continues this pace, it would be a good finish for the Red Bull. Meanwhile, Prometheus down in P9, currently on the hard tires. The hard runners didn't. One of the hard runners didn't come into the pits when during the
That
first
was
safety car.
Prometheus. He's running on old hards right now.
Right,
The
and
best he
I
can do
think
is to come out with that ninth positions. I think he won't be making any moves.
if he's able to defend correctly against the Aston Martin of Hit, who is still trying to approach. I think he's trying to close the gap little by little, and he is in the DRS zone right now as he tries to close the gap. Meanwhile, I think we can see an overtake going on for the position of P9. Both hard runners going right at it. Meanwhile, Charles John, who is just seeing like how everything is panning out, while Deadly Mosquito receives a 3-second time penalty, and both Alpines are having a not having that great of a day today. I don't think.
Yep.
Vision has is on mediums right now with a penalty. Deadly must just received one penalty, but it's unfortunate that the Mercedes, having after having such good gains over the course of the race, have just succumbed down to being out of the points. As we catch up with I am that hit, who is right on the tail of Prometheus, and he makes the move. As we could see that the Prometheus was just charging up his ERS and possibly may have drained his battery out. But anyhow, the Aston Martin takes, and we Prometheus tries to give him a good fight as they go out of going wheel to wheel in the first sector of the track, and right now both are trying to get as much slipstream as possible. But as Prometheus makes another move going into the chicane, and they almost touch, and there was a snap it a little bit of an oversteer, but anyhow Prometheus comes out safely on the at the exit of that corner, and currently sits at P9 while Hit takes the final point of this race. Meanwhile,
Yep.
we carry, yeah. Meanwhile, we can still see that we are stuck with Aradha Gupta currently, who has again fallen down to P2, and these guys are just having switching positions every 2 laps or so, which is really surprising. This is hardcore racing, which the guys, viewers of this race actually deserve, and really going at it. Meanwhile, as yeah,
Yeah, they're not letting anyone come from behind and nudge them off of what they are fighting here for. They're fighting there for win, not for any second position. None of them wants that second position. If given the possibility, they both will happily take that first position together. But yeah, only one can stand on that podium, and one will be called the winner. Right now, Quick Killer is leading. We are still remaining. We're still 3 laps to go. Yeah, as Prometheus and I am that. Yeah, I am that hit has taken that position away from Prometheus finally.
right. Well,
Yeah.
it had to happen because I think that small difference of six laps pressure tires possibly helped Hit band at least some concession price for
Yeah,
Mercedes before, because they take a fastest lap. Oh man, it was turning out to be so. Next time, just remind me, Sachin. I just
yeah,
want
yeah.
to say anything about the Mercedes. At least they can finally have a points finish, because at this point it's getting ridiculous. Like Mercedes has had the team of Mercedes has been having terrible luck going down into the last 3 races now. Anyhow, we back with Radha Gupta. Currently, Rishi is running P3 with the Williams following right behind the Red Bull, and the Williams if
We might see
he
multiple moves happening on the straight now, as Aradhya Gupta will be closing up on Quick Killer with the DRS on, and Archit Gupta will be closing up on Rishi and will surely make that move and will take that podium place away from.
right.
Yep.
Mean
Yeah, both of them has switched their positions. So Aradhya Gupta P1, Quick Killer P2, Archit
right,
P3. Yep.
right. Because I was just down watching the onboard of the Mercedes, just for shits and giggles, and he had a little bit of a tussle and has dropped even more further down right now, and that doesn't make my day. Meanwhile, Charles John has come into the pits for I
I
think
think
he has.
Mercedes will also come into the pits. It's not having any front wing. That's
Right. And Charles John making his potentially third stop in this race and taking a lot of time with the front wing, and that might, well, the I think the top 10 positions are set, because I don't think anyone down below P10 would be challenging for the points anymore. Meanwhile, Deadly Mosquito still and the Vision still having penalty, and now Rishi has got a 3 second time
Oh
penalty.
my
Oh man,
god, that is
uh,
unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I think that
uh,
will finish any chance of him being on the podium.
right, right. Because obviously the penalty would set you behind, and Williams has already overtaken him. All he can do is just pray that easy level bot on his soft tires doesn't, catch up to him and or drop him down to P5. And as we can see
We
that,
are on to the final lap and prediction
right.
time. We are just on the final lap. Who will come out
Man,
as a winner?
I
Aradhya or
yeah,
Quick Killer?
right. My prediction, my money is on Quick Killer. For a change, and if I don't think if he defends his line properly, going to down to the final straight before the parabolica, we might have a winner. Because I don't think we are going to have any more additional laps, because it's the final lap, and yeah, we had some such tight racing, and today Quick Killer was pretty lucky, because usually Aradhya Gupta usually predicts us these laps, and Monza is very iconic, and he had a very terrible weekend. But Quick Killer has to be the driver of the day. Had such bad luck during the sprint race and has come around finally. Possibly might be able to take the win, because man, as they go down to the final straight, anything can happen, man. Oh man, I have to watch this action, and oh man, Radhikota must
Out
be
of his
teeing off
ERS.
right
Out
now.
of his
Right?
ERS.
Yeah, he's teeing off, and as they go down to the parabolica, and Quick Killer had the track where AlphaTauri usually, is very successful. The Quick Killer comes around and takes the win
Yup.
at Monza, and Radhikutta takes P2. And oh my god, that is a really great turnaround of his luck. And I think Quick Killer must be counting his lucky stars. That had to be the race for the ages, man.
Yup, yup,
And
yup, yup.
unfortunately, though, Rishi, who was having a really great weekend, he was leading the race at one point, drops down to P5 due to his penalty, and gives Ferrari a little bit of consolation as they come to across P4. Meanwhile, I think Vision has taken the final points, and Charles John, who was not able to cope up with the gap, comes to P11. So, according to classifications, we have around half, um around 10 out of 17 drivers today who
Charles
have
John
actually
will
finished the
take
race.
that place. Yep, Charles John will take that place of
Man,
Valentine.
that's all right. All right. I think Haas might be happy with this, but I think we can always expect better from Charles John next time, because he is a great driver. But man, I got to tell you, this Quick Killer's luck today, it's shown the brightest. He was very lucky with the safety car, and hopefully, I think Quick Killer will this time around. He will take the championship lead, because he was off by only a couple of points behind the front runner, and that just that just proves, man, that AlphaTauri. This Monza is basically AlphaTauri's playground
Yep, I
at
was
this
hoping
point.
for that one of that Pierre Gasly moment, and it has happened actually.
Yeah, because even Pierre Gasly, he was defending off Carlos Sainz back in 2020,
Yep, yep,
and there was a very small gap. But oh man, Quick Killer, insane luck today. Yeah, he
yep.
got very lucky today, man. And Aradhya Gupta, you must be thinking like, oh man, oh, I think he must be like, meanwhile, I can let you have this one, and I'll catch you up in the upcoming rounds. But we saw some very tight racing and unusually high number of DNFs, but only one safety car today, and I think that's an improvement. Not as much as chaotic as the previous races, but I think we got our end of the bargain today.
Yep, as we finish up the sprint weekend, Aradhya Gupta will still come up front with 26 points, one more than Quick Killer, who didn't score any point in the sprint.
Right.
And Rishi will come up P3 with 16 points, P4 Archit, P5 Easy Level Bot, P6 Sid Venkatesh, P7 Wicket Wiki, P8 goes to I Am That Hit and Vision, and Prometheus rounding up the P10. But there are still few more drivers who got point out of the sprint weekend, because yep, multiple races for points, multiple opportunities. But our
Yeah.
winner is main event winner is Quick Killer, and I would give him driver of the day also for that sake.
Yeah, exactly my
Yeah.
point. That was some really great pace. Got very lucky with the safety car after having such a bad opening stages of the weekend. But anyhow, I think our viewers have been very entertained by today's race, and it's Bonza. You can always expect a few surprises, and we surely got one. Man, he must be thanking his lucky stars today. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now we go. I think we'll probably have the podium position finishers with us soon, and we
Uh,
can wait it out.
yep, we'll have to see if they'll be coming up. We are awaiting if any such thing will happen today. Because drivers usually get too eager to move up and move ahead
Exactly.
and yeah, get away from their wheels and relax.
Yeah, yeah. All that nerves must have been showing, man. And well, it was purely tight, very tight racing, in my opinion, between the front runners, and we surely got our money's worth out of it. Lots of action, all that switching, switcheroos going around down on the main straight, and yeah, well. All and it actually nailed his strategy. Actually, Aradha Gupta was very smart with his strategy. Going down to the opposite strategy, starting from mediums, then going on to the softs, and then all that drama which happened with Rishi in the Red Bull. And hopefully, as we are going progressing in this entire league, we are seeing more upcoming drivers who they have shown their metal, that they can hang around with the best of the best, and any other combatant not named Quickler and Gupta, they will try to take the win. And at least it makes it all unpredictable, right? Maybe we go in and we have an actual title fight in the end.
Yep, yeah, we don't want anyone, any single driver leading up front with the big margin. We do want close fights happening race after race and shuffling of championship leader. And yep, I think as the league is going on, we'll surely be noticing that happening much more. As I don't think so, there will be any podium interviews for today.
Ah,
So,
man.
yep, we'll have to
I
leave up for now and we'll have to come back for round 8 on 31st of August. That will be happening in Zandvoort. Yep.
Oh well, this that is the one of the regular playgrounds for Red Bull. So I think Rishi might, try to gear up and try to, see all that orange smoke coming up into the simulation world. And yeah, we will see you guys on next weekend. And as we go down to Zandvoort, thank you guys. Tune in next.